decent, and the week totaled up to 2,275, and
After parts.
yeah,
Is that all after parts?
that's net profit. And I did, let's see, 7 calls, 7 or 8 calls all on Monday. The rest of the week I was doing two a day. 2, 3
So you had a lot of empty time there.
Yeah.
He had to put his legs back.
I like that.
Yeah.
$2,000 a week and have a lot of empty time. Any day.
Yeah.
Reid, how long have you been, well, because your father's backup, but how long have you been doing this so we kind of know how we have to get to?
I've been doing it full-time since the end of May, beginning of June. Yeah.
That's it, okay.
And I did it full-time last summer.
May through 2011, until full time.
Yeah.
But you probably went out there.
I went out with him only a few times. Most of the time, especially last summer, and definitely when I started, he would just kind of hand me a part and say, go put this in. And I did that for a while until I realized that he wasn't correct every time, because he had it on the call, and that I would have to diagnose his stuff and figure it out myself, and then I stopped paying attention to what he said.
Oh, man. I'm asking you, are you looking at the controller board when you first walk in? That's what I want to know.
Tracy was talking about going to the control board first, checking all home meeting, the readings.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing that happened, which I thought was pretty interesting, is we switched our percentage. If I helped him on the job, it was 30, he got 30%. If he did it on his own, it was 50, right? So, in the beginning, it was like that. I'm leery. I'm not comfortable doing all these jobs. I said, well, okay, just I'll take an extra 20%. I'll help you on the jobs. He changed his mind and said,
Yeah, that only lasted a week and a half.
He'd come back and tell you got the wrong parts, and now it's on him, and he gets a 50 instead of you.
that's it. That's exactly right.
He said, no, you gave me the wrong parts, so I had to do it myself.
So is this your total business now? You're the one.
Well, that was the net profit for the business. That gets split between us. So it's usually 50-50. Yeah, I guess right when that happened, and I stopped calling you and just decided to start taking stuff apart, it only really took maybe a month until I was comfortable with most stuff.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. And comfortable enough to take stuff apart that I didn't know and just start figuring it out. It's pretty easy once you've seen, a certain number of washing machines. It's just the same old thing, only new stuff that's pretty self-explanatory once you just
extend it the same. Your familiar territory has just got a refinement on it, that's all.
Yeah, you just need to know the theory of the machines. And
So it's like a newer machine, 2-3 years, and you look at a technical manual before you go out or something like that?
yeah,
Just and usually they tell you, well, this is over here, this is over there.
Yeah.
So you're not totally unfamiliar.
yeah. And even Google, like, stuff that's only 2 or 3 years old usually has the same problems because
It's a weak spot.
yeah, it's a weak spot that they've figured out, and people who try to do it themselves, who didn't buy the extended warranties, will post stuff online and give you a lot of hints as to what to look at. Most of it you would figure out anyway, but every time you run into a new machine, it's always extra time. But then once you figure it out,
First time or two.
yeah,
The
At
weird.
least try to figure out, well, if it's a new machine, try to figure out how I open this up so you don't look like a,
that's hard to find. I've never looked for that.
technical manuals on that, like this.
How to open?
Yeah. How to open a machine.
I've never looked at one, but
I mean, how many different
many
things
ways
they can
are
do to open a machine? I mean, screw to the back, clip to the front,
Clips. I mean, it might take a few minutes. You
Yeah,
can
if you
always
just take a light,
Yeah,
if you take a light and you look in the crevices, you can usually see.
you see the clips.
They just get better at hiding them the newer they get.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called zero reveal. I want it to be,
You don't see available screws.
no screws, yeah. You know, it's all pressure points, really. But that's, I mean, that's just elegance. Makes something look nice. And it's not obvious how it comes apart, which plays right into our court. Because we know.
Yeah, if the customer asks, you just say, look, I've taken apart this sitting machine 20 times, only from all the other years, they just switched the spot a little bit, so I just got it apart.
Yeah.
If they happen to say, well, don't you know to take it apart?
And how often does that happen?
Not very often.